Hey there, Tad Hargett from Marketing for Hippies, just here on Government Street in Victoria. And just a quick video about the generally the 5 main steps I do when I'm launching something. This is just what makes sense to me. I suppose everyone has their own style. So let's say generally there are 3 steps. Generally, there's an announcement, there's a kind of educational piece, and then there's the reminder. Yeah, so first you announce it, you say, hey, there's this thing coming up, and you want to do that early on, because if you don't do it, you know, if you say, hey, this is coming up next week, people just don't have time in their calendar, they haven't set money aside. So that announcement could be anywhere from 1 month before, 2 months, 3 months before, but there's some, hey, this thing's coming. I would say the bigger it is, the more advance notice. If it's going to be a 2-year long commitment, you're going to probably want to announce that a year ahead. If it's a webinar, a teleseminar that's 45 minutes long, you know, a month ahead is plenty of time. But I'm thinking of something like a 30-day program or somewhere in that. Anyways, you can figure out the timing. So that's number 1, you announce it. Then a few days before, there's a reminder, hey, this is coming up, and maybe the day of a reminder. If you want to be really aggressive, the hour before. Depends how big it is and how much you need the money, I guess. Okay, but then there's the educational piece in the middle. And that's the thing I want to talk about. The educational piece in the middle, this is what makes sense to me. The first email in that series is basically saying, here's what it is we're going to be talking about. Here's the, so for example, I've had my point of view marketing program, which is coming up soon. You can check it out, marketingforhippies.com/POV30day. But the first email in that series was, what is point of view marketing? Second email was, why does point of view marketing matter? Third email, here are some examples of point of view marketing, just to have it make sense. The fourth email, how do you figure out your point of view? Some basic ideas in case people can't sign up for the thing, but also to give them a taste of my approach to helping people figure out their point of view. Number 5, what are the sticking points? Where do people tend to get stuck with point of view marketing, and a little bit of help with that. And that was it. So those are the 5 things. What is it? Why does it matter? Examples. How do you do it? Where do people get stuck? Those 5 things. I think it's not a bad model. It's not a bad approach to launching something, to getting something out there, because it answers a lot of the big questions. And then whether or not they sign up, they've learned something from you. They've learned about this new topic, in my case, point of view marketing. They've heard somebody make the case as to why it matters, and why they might want to take a look at it, whether or not, and this is the important thing with this point of view marketing business, is fundamentally, in every email I'm saying, look, whether or not you do point of view marketing with me, I'm making the case to do it. I'm making the case that, number 1, it's a thing, and here's how I'm defining it, here's what it is, here's why it matters. Again, whether or not you ever work with me, sign up for my 30-day program, go to one of my webinars, just this is the approach I would take. Here's some examples. Number 3, which is very helpful for people in understanding it, but also may give them ideas for theirs. And it lets them, it just makes it more concrete. Those first 2 emails run the risk sometimes of being a bit abstract. Then how do you do it? Well, in that, they're getting, again, a sense of how do you help people with it. And you give them a bit of a taste. And of course, in one email, I can't tell people everything I know about figuring out their point of view. I mean, I just did this 90-minute webinar. It turned into almost 2 hours. And it was, man, in 2 hours, I barely fit in some very basic, simple exercises on how to figure out their point of view. And even in 30 days, I'll be skimming the surface. People get feedback, but that's why I had my mentorship program, which I don't do anymore, was to go deep, and we'd go in for months, sometimes like a year, working on their point of view. So, yeah. And then the sticking points is just, because a lot of people will say, well, what about, and or they may try it on their own and they get stuck. So it's just, here's a little bit of help. And of course, they'll still get stuck, is the reality of it. So that's where they want to hire you. Sometimes people make the reckless choice, I'm just going to do it myself, and then they realize they need help. So anyways, I just thought that would be useful. my kind of 3 larger steps, but 5-step educational process. I'd love to hear your thoughts of what you think is missing from that. What else could be included? No doubt there's a lot. Of course, this hinges on having a really good sales letter. It hinges on having a clear niche. It hinges on you actually having a clear point of view about whatever it is you're promoting. Of course, this could work for products too. What is beekeeping, or what is pottery? Why does it matter? What are examples of what you can make with pottery? How you can start on your own, really simply. And where do people get stuck? You could do that too. So it works product or service. But if you think I'm missing anything, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, any reflections, any questions you have about this. And I think that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my videos yet, you can hit the red button and then the little bell icon. You'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. You can follow me on Facebook or go to my website, marketingforhippies.com. Check me out there. And if you like this video, by the way, it helps Jimmy the algorithm so that my videos are seen by more people. So thanks for that in advance.